All right, all right. Welcome back to Currency 365, also Eyes Open Media. I will be posting some videos on Eyes Open Media by this weekend. So I'm letting the all the stuff this that channel's been attacked so much that I got to let it breathe a little bit. So by this weekend, I should have a video dump on Eyes Open Media, and we'll catch up with everybody on there. It's just how it's going, folks, over there on Eyes Open Media. It's just it is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? On ISO Media, we will dump videos on there over the hopefully by the weekend. I'll have everybody caught up on all the videos that are being posted on Currency 365. Okay, so in this video, we're going to be talking about ladies. There's 5 things that modern men don't care about. Now, will modern men care about these things later? Yes, but when modern men initially meet you, okay, and say hi to you, these are things we do not care about, okay, and I'm gonna include myself in that as well, right? Because I am a modern man, I guess you want to say that. Well, maybe I'm right in the middle. I'm kind of like old fashioned, modern old fashioned. So I don't know. I don't know how to category. I guess I'm right in the middle. But it is what it is, okay. But some people say high value man, whatever you want to call me. Um, but these are 5 things. Now, fellas, if I'm right, hit the like button, okay? um, but so we're gonna go through the 5 things that we don't care about. Modern men do not care about, and ladies, I don't know what's wrong with modern women, but they don't they know these things, but yet they like, who cares? Well, I'm just still gonna talk about it, right? Um, so number one is I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD. Okay, your degrees. Number one is your degrees. You throw modern women throw their degrees out in our faces as if we care. We do not care about your degrees. We will actually pick a maid over a woman with a PhD any day of the week, because that's stuff we do not care about degrees, right? When we're talking or looking for a mate or looking for a woman, for marriage, we do not care about degrees. A housekeeping woman or a maid could become our wives, right? Before woman with a PhD or doctorate or any other degree, a bachelor's degree, we just don't care about that stuff, ladies. And you know that, and yet you still, modern women, you still throw that out as if we care. I hear it every single month on social media. I'll go on social media and I'll tune into some of these broadcasting on YouTube and Instagram and stuff and see what people are talking about. And modern women are still throwing out their degrees as if men care. Okay. And even when we say we don't care, you're still going to do it for some strange reason. Well, I have a PhD. Well, I have a doctorate. We do not care about that. I don't know how to get that through modern women, but we don't care. We do not care about your degrees. We've made that clear, and you guys will still bring it up because I guess you think it's important for you, but it's not important to us. So it is what it is. When you're in the marketplace, you want to only present things that are important to the person that you're trying to get, right? I'm not going to be in the marketplace putting out stuff that the people that are interested in me do not want and do not care about, right? If I know these people don't, if I know the market does not care about these things that I'm going to present, I'm going to scratch it out and not present it. I'm only going to present things that the market want, so then I can find someone in the market, right? Um Number two is salary. Okay, so you got your PhD, you got your doctorates, you got your bachelor's, and all the other stuff that you have, and then you have your salary, right? So modern men and mostly high value men do not care about your salary, right? Now, of course, men that are living right on the poverty level, they are going to care about your salary, right? Because they need help. But modern men that are making, that are middle class or higher class or upper class or high value men are not going to care about your salary. We don't care if you're making $100,000 or 20,000. We don't care. We're providing and we have plans to provide for you, right? Um, in some cases, high value men will tell you to quit your job and come work for them. Right, and then you'll be on the staff of your man, right, and your future husband, and you'll be on his staff, and he'll be paying you a monthly salary or a weekly paycheck or whatever the case may be, and you'll be working for him, right, in his business, right, and you'll be working part time, and life is good, right? So you work part time, life is good, and you get a paycheck from and that's cool. That's how it should be. Well, not all the time because some people can't work. We might not. Sometimes you might not. All depends on what the role is and what the job entitles. You know what I mean? Um, Okay, so but yeah, we don't care about your salaries. Is it cool for you to have a nice salary? Yeah, I mean that's cool, but we don't care about your salary. When men go and approach a woman, we're not looking at your bank account. It's different for women, but for men, we're not looking at your bank account at all. We're not even thinking about money when it comes to you guys. If a man is thinking about money when he's approaching a woman, you ladies run, right? So a man should not be thinking about money when he's approaching a woman. Like, oh man, I'm gonna approach her because she can help me out, or she can give me she can give me a couple of bags and Gucci belts and stuff. Nah, right? You know what I mean? Like, ladies, see the red flags and run quickly from that. All right. A man should not be approaching you thinking about money. I don't remember approaching a woman and thinking, man, yeah, money, money, money. She's gonna be able to buy me this and buy me that. I never done that, so I wouldn't know what that even feels like. um, okay, number three is your family. Okay, now this is stuff that we're gonna, as we continue to date more, then it can come up, and your family can come up afterwards. But when we initially meet, modern men don't care about your family. They only are focused on you. Okay, they're not focused on Tay Tay, Ray Ray, Cuckoo, Shanika, you know what I mean, Tayron, you know what I mean. They're not focused on Karen and Brittany and Jacob and Tony. They only focus on you, ladies. Okay, a modern men only are focused on you when they meet you. I'm not thinking about who your cousins are, who your daddy is, who your mama is, who your grandparents are. I'm only focused on you, at least for the first 3 or 4 dates, right? Or the times we meet, right? Modern men aren't focused on your family. You ladies, when we you meet somebody, you will bring up your cousins and all. Hey, my cousin Ray right there. Oh yeah, and we looking at you like you crazy. We don't know them, and but the way you talking, we don't want to know them. You know what I mean? So, um, don't bring up your family when you just meet somebody. Just have it make it between you and them for a period of time until things get comfortable. Then you can start introducing your family slowly, but don't push. Don't meet somebody and then say my family, my mom, my dad. That's just too much for us. We don't like, oh my god, really? That's just too much. I don't know these people. I don't even know you. I'm trying to get to know you as a friend and then see where it goes from there. And you're talking about your family. It's a lot for modern men to handle. We're simple people. Men are simple. A B C D E F and G, right? Women are A, zigzag 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 B, zigzag 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 C. And then everything, and then the emotions are in it, and feelings, emotions, and Hormones are in all in that process. Men are just A, B, C, D, and E. One, two, three. Okay, so the first one, two, three is about you. We only care about you. We don't care about your family members, your career. We don't care about your PhD, your doctorate. We don't care if you're making $20,000 a year or $70,000 a year or $80,000, $90,000. We don't care. Okay, most men do not. Okay, we just care about you. What do you like to do? What is your personality? Do you like sports? Do you like this? Do you like skating? Do you like that? We only want to focus in on what you do because we're trying to get to know you. And when you talk about Ray Ray and TT and Tomboy, and it's like, I don't know these people, man. you know, it makes us want to step back and go, this ain't for me. You know what I mean? So be careful on doing that, ladies. Okay. Another thing is children. We do not care about children when we're first meeting you. Maybe after 2 weeks, then you can say, "Oh well, children. I got some children. Maybe after the first couple of days, you can say that as well because unless the children's right there with you. The children, we haven't seen the children. You can wait a week or two if without saying that you have children. Really, you could, but I don't advise it. I actually advise that you say right off the bat that you do have children, but you don't have to talk about them, okay? Because remember, in the first couple of meetings with you, it's all about me and you, right? It's all about the modern man and the modern woman. It's not about the children, the salaries and the income and the PhDs and the family. It's all about trying to get to know you. And but you should let the man know up front that you do have children, because then if he doesn't want to stay, he can roll, and you don't have to waste your time. Okay, doesn't mean that you have to bring up your children. Wait a couple weeks to do that. You know what I mean? And get to know each other first. It's the whole process of meeting somebody and then starting to talk to them and getting their numbers. It's all about getting to know them for them, not for everything around them. Okay, so we don't care about your PhD. We don't care about your salaries when we first meet you guys, you ladies, right? So when the modern man meets a lady, we don't care about your PhDs, we don't care about your salaries, we don't care about your family, we don't care about your children, okay? If now, of course, if you tell us that you have children and we're still sticking around, then that's fine, but we don't want to hear about them. We don't want to hear about their runny noses and stuff, right? Wait a couple of weeks so we get to know each other first, because you can spend your time talking about your children, and I have no plans on being around in a week. And next week I'm not even around, and you wasted all that time talking about your children, right? So don't waste your time, ladies. Focus it on you and the guy, right? And see if you're compatible. It'll only take about a couple of weeks to know that if you're compatible or not, right? And then you take it from there. And then after that, it will only take about 3 months to know. About 3 months to know, 3 to 6 months, the guy will know if you're the one within 3 to 6 months. Now, of course, uh, spiritually and religiously, the guy could already the guy or the woman can pray before they meet, or meet somebody and then pray and ask to God if this is the right one for me, right? So spiritually and religious reason practices, you can pray on it and say, is this the right one for me? God, show me a sign or send a prophet to confirm it to me. And if he is the right one, then you know what to do from there, right? God will lead you, the Holy Spirit will lead you in a way, if that's the right one, right? And so you will start acting as if he's the one, right? So a woman will start acting as if he's the one, right? And if the man gets a sign from God that she's the one, or a prophet said, "Yeah, that's the one for you to marry," right? And then he gets confirmation. Don't. You got to get multiple confirmations on stuff like that. You don't want somebody to say, "Yeah, that's the one," and it's really not, right? So you want to get multiple. You want to get 3 confirmations always. And you want God to tell you himself, because God can tell you himself, right? Show me this is the one, right? And so I don't want to make a mistake. This is my livelihood here. Marriage is a big deal, man. People have been destroyed by marrying the wrong person, right? So once you realize that that's the one, and she realized that's one, you guys can communicate, tell each other, hey, God showed me this, God showed you that. Let's and now we can start acting as if we're going to be together. Long term. And lastly, the number five thing is your pets. Buy a dog, die alone. We know Kevin Kevin Samuel's theme there. For modern women, buy a dog, die alone. Right. Your pets. We do not want your pets all on us, jumping on us, biting us, licking us. Uh, Keep the pets away. Some of us have allergies to cats and dogs. It's a really bad look when you have your cat and dog up in people's faces and they got allergies and they sneezing and all types of stuff, hay fever and all. You don't know which man has allergies to dogs or cats, and so keep your dogs and cats away. Keep them in the room. If a man comes to see you and spend some time with you for a couple hours, keep the dogs and cats in the room, man. You know what I mean? Like, stop. Don't have them jumping on the guy and things, and he's sneezing, and it's just not a good look. He ain't coming back. You know what I mean? So that's a wrap. But yeah, so fellas, if I'm telling the truth, then just smash the like button on that one, on this video. So let's repeat the five things. Five things, the ladies, five things that modern men don't care about when we initially meet you. Okay, we care about these things afterwards, right? After we get to know you, but when we don't even know you, we don't want to know about your PhDs and your doctorates and your degrees. I'm a PhD, right? We don't want to know about your salaries and your high paying salary, your low paying. We don't care about that stuff. All right. We don't want to know about your family and Tay Tay, Ray Ray and them. All right. We don't know. We don't want to know about your children. You can tell us that you have children, and then we'll decide if we want to stick around. If we stick around, don't talk about your children when we don't even know you. Okay, so we want to get to know you, and then once we get to know you, then you can then start talking about your children. Once we're in the process of saying, okay, we're dating now. Okay, but if we're not dating and we're just talking randomly, and you're talking to other guys, there's no need to bring up your children and your personal life to a man that doesn't want to exclusively date you. There's just none. Just keep your family out of it. Keep your personal stuff out of that stuff. Just talk about what you're doing. Okay. And then also your pets. Keep your pets inside the room. Like, some people got allergies to that stuff, man. It's terrible, man. You're jumping, licking, biting, barking loud. It's bad, man. You ladies you ladies always got a dog on hand. What's up with this love affair with dogs, man? You know what I mean? Like, I seen a lady in the mall. I seen two of them. Both had dogs in the mall. I'm like, yo, y'all, this love affair with dogs, these modern women love affair with dogs is out of control. It's almost like they replaced men with dogs. It's first they call us a dog, then they call us dogs because they're feminists. Many of these modern women are feminists as well, so they call us dogs, and then they replace us with dogs. you know. So I don't know. Anyways, it is what it is. But that's five things that modern men don't care about when we initially meet a modern woman or a woman in general. All right, so I think women over 40 understand this now. They get it. They understand it now. But I guarantee you, a lot of women that are 40 plus right now are probably thinking, yeah, I made those mistakes when I was in my 20s and 30s. And in my teens and stuff. So Ladies, if you're under 40 and you still have a chance to get, a high value man, or, settle down and get a legacy, avoid doing these things. Avoid talking about your PhDs and your degrees and your salaries and your family and your children, and keep your pets in the door, inside the room or something, in the cage or something, like, and make it all about you and him. That's it. That's it. And if you do that, you got a better chance on securing the bag, on a legacy, on a family, on a marriage, and go from there. All right. So that's it. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.